The espresso machine hissed like a warning. Maya didn't listen. Midnight at Convergence Gallery, where contemporary art met trust fund kids pretending to understand abstract expressionism. Neon strips lined the exposed brick walls, casting violet and cyan shadows across white concrete floors. The space smelled like fresh paint and old money. Maya wiped down the marble counter, her black turtleneck and high-waisted cargo pants splattered with coffee stains from the evening rush. Silver rings decorated every finger. Dark hair pulled back in a claw clip, baby hairs curling at her temples from the steam. At 28, she'd given up on gallery ownership dreams and settled for serving overpriced lattes to people who wouldn't remember her name. The gallery was supposed to be empty. It wasn't. A guy stood in front of the Rothko, hands shoved deep in the pockets of his charcoal wool coat. Tailored black pants, white button-up with the sleeves rolled to his elbows. No tie. Dark stubble shadowed his jaw. He looked expensive and exhausted in equal measure. "We're closed," Maya called out, not bothering to hide her irritation. He didn't turn around. Door was unlocked. That's called breaking and entering. That's called your boss forgot to lock up. Now he looked at her. Green eyes that had seen too much. "I'm supposed to meet someone here." Maya glanced at her phone. 12:47 a.m. At almost 1 in the morning? They're late. Something about the way he said it made Maya's stomach twist. She'd heard that tone before. Resignation wrapped in anger. The sound of someone who'd stopped expecting people to show up. "Look, I don't care about your weird art world hookup. I need to close. Give me 10 minutes. I gave you 5 already." He turned fully now, and Maya caught the edge of something desperate in his expression. "Please. I came from London for this meeting. I can't just leave." British accent. Subtle but there. Maya studied his face, the dark circles under his eyes, the way his shoulders carried weight that wasn't physical. "Fine. 10 minutes. Touch anything and I'm calling security." "There is no security." "Then I'm calling the cops." His mouth twitched. Almost a smile. "Fair." Maya went back to closing duties, hyper-aware of his presence. He checked his phone every 30 seconds. The blue light illuminated his face in the dim gallery, making him look like a ghost. 15 minutes passed. Then 20. "They're not coming," Maya said finally. "I know. So leave. In a minute." He pulled out his phone again, fingers hovering over the screen. Then he looked at Maya, really looked at her, and something shifted in his expression. "Do you believe people can change?" The question hit different at 1 a.m. in an empty gallery. "Why are you asking me?" "Because everyone I know lies to me." "You don't know me. Maybe you'll tell the truth." Maya set down the rag she'd been holding. "I think people stay exactly who they've always been. They just get better at hiding it." He nodded slowly. "That's what I thought too." "Who stood you up?" "My brother." The words came out flat. "He has something that belongs to me. Something he stole." Tonight was supposed to be the exchange. Maya's phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number, the girl at the coffee bar. "Does she know who you are?" Her blood went cold. "What?" the guy asked, noticing her face. Another text, "Ask him about the fire. Ask him about what he did." Maya's hands started shaking. "Who are you? What's wrong? Who the hell are you?" Her voice rose. He raised his hands, defensive. "I'm just waiting for someone." Maya's phone buzzed again. This time a photo. Her apartment building. Her exact window. "Taken tonight. Get out." Maya whispered. "What?" "Get out." The gallery lights cut out. Complete darkness except for the neon strips painting everything in synthetic color. Maya heard him move, felt rather than saw him step closer. Don't. She backed toward the counter, fingers searching for her keys, her phone, anything. I'm not going to hurt you. They sent me a photo of my apartment. They know where I live. Silence. Heavy and terrible. Then his voice, low and scared, show me the messages. Maya's finger found her phone flashlight. The beam cut through darkness, landing on his face. He looked genuinely terrified. She showed him. Watched his expression crumble. No. No, no, no. He grabbed his phone, typing frantically. This isn't about me. This is about you. What are you talking about? He looked up at her, and Maya saw something that made her knees weak. Recognition. Your last name. What's your last name? Chen. Why does that matter? The color drained from his face. Your sister. Is her name Lisa? The world tilted sideways. Lisa. Her older sister who'd disappeared 8 months ago with her boyfriend. Lisa who'd emptied their mother's savings account and vanished without a trace. Lisa who'd sent one cryptic text that said, "Don't look for me. I fixed it." How do you know my sister? He closed his eyes. When he opened them, they were full of something that looked like grief. Because the man she ran away with? That's my brother. And 3 hours ago, someone sent me a video of them both. Dead. The floor rushed up to meet Maya. She caught herself on the counter, knuckles white against cold marble. You're lying. I wish I was. He pulled up his phone with shaking hands. I'll show you if you want. But trust me, you don't want to see it. Maya's brain was screaming at her to run, to call the police, to do literally anything except stand here in the dark with a stranger claiming her sister was dead. But her body wouldn't move. Couldn't move. Show me. Maya, don't. You don't get to use my name. Show me the video. His jaw tightened. Then he turned the screen toward her. The footage was grainy, shot from a distance. But Maya recognized Lisa immediately. Her sister's butterfly tattoo on her wrist, the same one Maya had begged her not to get. She was slumped against a man Maya didn't recognize, both of them motionless in what looked like a parking garage. Blood pooled beneath them, black under fluorescent lights. Maya's knees gave out. She hit the floor hard. The guy moved fast, catching her before her head cracked against concrete. His hands were gentle. Steady. That made it worse somehow. Breathe. Just breathe. Get off me. Maya shoved him back, scrambling away. Her chest felt too tight. The gallery spun. This isn't real. This is fake. You photoshopped this or whatever. I got the video an hour before I came here. Someone wanted me to see it. To know. He ran a hand through his dark hair, and Maya noticed it was shaking. The meeting with my brother was a setup. They wanted me here. With you. Why? I don't know. Maya's phone buzzed. They both flinched. Another message, he's lying about what he knows. Ask him about the money. Ask him about New York. Let me see that. The guy reached for her phone. Maya pulled back. No. Tell me your name first. Real name. Kai. Kai Morrison. The name hit like a slap. Maya had heard it before. Lisa had mentioned it once, months ago, during their last real conversation. My boyfriend's brother is such a nightmare. Thinks he's better than everyone because he works in finance. Kai this, Kai that. You're in finance. Wealth management. London office. Kai's voice was tight. I handle investments for people who have more money than sense. Lisa hated you. The feeling was mutual. No apology in his tone. My brother chose her over his family. Over his trust fund. I told him she was using him. Maya stood up, rage replacing shock. You don't know anything about my sister. I know she convinced my brother to steal £2 million from our family's accounts. I know they disappeared together. I know someone wanted them dead. And now someone wants us dead too. Kai nodded. Seems like it. Maya's phone buzzed again, the parking garage. East Side. Level 3. You have 30 minutes or the video goes to the police with both your names attached. They're framing us. Maya's voice cracked. For their murders. Kai read over her shoulder, his face hardening. No. They want something. This is leverage. For what? Whatever our siblings took. It wasn't just money. He met her eyes. My brother called me 2 days ago. First time in 8 months. He said he had information that would destroy some very powerful people. Said he needed my help to release it safely. What kind of information? He didn't say. The call cut off. Kai's expression went dark. I thought he was lying. Trying to manipulate me again. I hung up on him. The weight of that confession hung between them. Maya's hands clenched into fists. So we go to the police. Tell them everything. With what proof? A video sent from an unknown number? Messages that make us look guilty? Kai shook his head. Whoever did this is 10 steps ahead. We go to the police now, we're suspects. Then what? We go to the parking garage. We see what they want. Maya laughed, sharp and bitter. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This is literally how people die in horror movies. You have a better idea? She didn't. That was the problem. Kai pulled his coat tighter, checking his watch. A Rolex that probably cost more than Maya's yearly rent. 28 minutes. If we're going, we need to move. I'm not going anywhere with you. Then you're going alone. Because I guarantee whoever's sending these messages won't stop until they get what they want. He headed toward the gallery exit, footsteps echoing. Your choice, Maya. Hide and wait for them to come to you, or face this head-on. Maya looked at her phone. At her sister's face frozen in death. At the life she'd built here, small and safe and about to crumble. She grabbed her jacket from behind the counter. Black denim with patches sewn on the sleeves. Shoved her phone in the pocket. If you get me killed, I'm haunting you forever. Kai's mouth twitched. Fair. They left through the back exit, stepping into an alley that smelled like rain and rotting food. The city stretched out before them, all glass towers and sodium lights. Maya's beat-up Honda was parked 2 blocks away. We take my car. She said. I have a rental. I don't care. My car, my rules. Something like respect flickered across Kai's face. Fine. They walked fast, staying in the shadows. Maya's heart hammered against her ribs. Every sound made her jump. Every passing car could be a threat. Why were you really at the gallery tonight? She asked. Kai's silence stretched too long. Kai. My brother didn't just steal money. He said finally. He stole files. Documents that prove our family's wealth management firm has been laundering money for criminal organizations. For years. I found out 3 months ago. Maya stopped walking. You knew. You knew what he took and you didn't tell anyone. I was trying to fix it quietly. To protect the family name. His voice went cold. Turns out my brother had other plans. He was going to expose everything. Burn it all down. Good. Maybe he should have. Maybe. Kai looked at her. But someone found out. Someone who had too much to lose. And now they're tying up loose ends. Maya's stomach dropped. We're the loose ends. Yeah. Her phone buzzed. Final warning, 20 minutes. Come alone or she dies too. A new photo appeared. Maya's mother, asleep in her nursing home bed. Maya's world shattered. No. No, no, no. She grabbed Kai's arm. They have my mom. They're watching my mom. Kai's face went white. Show me. The photo was time-stamped 15 minutes ago. Someone had been in her mother's room. Close enough to photograph her sleeping face. We have to go. Now. Maya broke into a run. Kai kept pace beside her, both of them sprinting through empty streets. Maya's lungs burned. Her vision blurred with tears. They reached her Honda. Maya's hands shook so badly she couldn't get the key in the lock. Let me. Kai took the keys gently. They drove in silence, the parking garage address glowing on Maya's phone GPS. 18 minutes left. The city blurred past. Maya tried calling her mom's nursing home. No answer. She tried again. And again. She's okay. Kai said quietly. They need leverage. They won't hurt her unless we force their hand. You don't know that. No. But I know how people like this think. I've worked with them my whole life. Maya looked at him. Really looked. Saw the exhaustion in his eyes, the guilt carved into every line of his face. You regret it. Hanging up on your brother. Kai's hands tightened on the steering wheel. Every second since. The parking garage loomed ahead. Gray concrete and shadows. Empty except for a single black SUV on level 3. Last chance to turn back. Kai put the car in park. Maya unbuckled her seatbelt. My mom's life is on the line. There's no turning back. They got out. Footsteps echoed off concrete as they walked toward the SUV. Maya's phone buzzed one final time. Smart girl. Now get in the car. The SUV's back door opened from the inside. A woman stepped out. Mid-40s, designer suit, cold eyes behind wire-rimmed glasses. She smiled like a shark. Hello, Maya. Hello, Kai. Your siblings left us with quite the problem. Let's discuss how you're going to fix it. The woman's heels clicked against concrete. Each step calculated. Predatory. My name is Victoria Ashford. I represent certain interests that your siblings threatened. She gestured to the SUV's open door. Get in. We have much to discuss. Hard pass. Maya said. Victoria's smile didn't reach her eyes. That wasn't a request. Your mother is in room 347 at Riverside Care. The night nurse just went on break. Unfortunate timing, really. Maya's blood turned to ice. Touch her and I go straight to the police with everything. Kai stepped forward, putting himself between Victoria and Maya. Whatever you want, threatening innocent people isn't going to get it. Innocent? Victoria laughed. Your brother stole classified documents that could send 20 of the country's wealthiest individuals to prison. Documents that detail money laundering, tax evasion, connections to organized crime. Lisa helped him crack the encryption. They were planning to leak everything to journalists. Maya's world tilted. Lisa wouldn't do that. Your sister was smarter than you gave her credit for. She and James spent months gathering evidence. They were going to be heroes. Victoria's expression hardened. Instead, they became liabilities. You killed them. Maya's voice shook. I cleaned up a mess. There's a difference. Kai lunged. Fast and furious, hands reaching for Victoria's throat. Two men appeared from the SUV, grabbing him before he made contact. They slammed him against the concrete pillar. Kai fought back, landing a solid hit before they pinned him down. "Stop!" Maya screamed. Victoria raised her hand. The men froze. "Violence is so pedestrian, Kai. Expected it from your brother, not from you." She straightened her suit jacket. "Here's what's going to happen. Your siblings encrypted the files before they died. We have the hard drive, but we need the password. James sent it to someone before his death. We believe it's split between you two. We don't know anything about a password," Maya said. "Then you'll figure it out. You have 48 hours. Victoria pulled out a tablet, showing a timer already counting down. "Every 12 hours you fail, someone you love dies. We'll start with Maya's mother. Then Kai's father. Then we get creative." Maya's legs almost gave out. "We can't give you something we don't have. Then I suggest you search your recent messages, emails, anything your siblings might have sent." Victoria's smile returned. James was sentimental. He wouldn't leave this to strangers. The password is personal. Something only family would understand. The men released Kai. He staggered forward, breathing hard. 48 hours. Victoria checked her watch. "Starting now. Don't go to the police. Don't try to run. We're watching. Always." She got back in the SUV. It drove off, leaving Maya and Kai alone in the garage. Silence. Heavy and suffocating. "Are you okay?" Maya finally asked. Kai wiped blood from his split lip. "Fine. You're bleeding." I said I'm fine. He pulled out his phone with shaking hands. "We need to find that password." They drove to Maya's apartment. A third-floor walk-up in a neighborhood that gentrification hadn't reached yet. Peeling wallpaper in the hallway, the smell of someone's late-night cooking drifting through thin walls. Her place was small. Studio apartment with a Murphy bed, succulents dying on the windowsill, art prints she couldn't afford properly framed taped to the walls. Kai looked around but said nothing. "Not all of us have trust funds." Maya snapped. "I wasn't judging. Your face was judging. My face is tired." He sat on her worn couch, head in his hands. "My brother is dead. My family business is apparently a criminal enterprise. And I have 48 hours to crack a password or people die. Forgive me if I'm not controlling my expressions properly." Maya felt something crack in her chest. She'd been so focused on her own grief, she'd forgotten Kai lost someone too. Someone he'd hung up on. Someone he'd never get to apologize to. "I'm sorry. About James. Don't." His voice broke. "Don't be nice to me right now." Maya sat beside him. Close but not touching. "When's the last time you ate?" "I don't remember." She got up, rummaging through her tiny kitchen. Found leftover Thai food that was probably still good. Heated it up, brought it over on mismatched plates. "Eat. We can't think on empty stomachs." They ate in silence. Maya watched Kai between bites. The expensive watch on his wrist. The designer coat draped over her Goodwill couch. The careful way he held himself, like he was trying not to take up too much space. What was James like? She asked. Before everything. Kai set down his fork. Funny. Reckless. He questioned everything, fought with our father constantly about the business. Wanted to use our money to actually help people instead of just making more money. His expression softened. He was better than me. Better than all of us. Lisa was chaos. Maya said quietly. She dropped out of college 3 times. Dated terrible guys. Maxed out credit cards on art supplies and concert tickets. But she was brilliant. Could have done anything. I never understood why she settled for so little. Maybe she didn't settle. Maybe she chose differently. They looked at each other. Something passed between them. Understanding, maybe. The recognition of 2 people carrying the same weight. Maya's phone buzzed. A new email. From Lisa's old account. Her hand started shaking. What is it? Email from Lisa. Sent 4 days ago. Delayed delivery. She opened it. No subject line. Just a video attachment. Maya hit play. Lisa's face filled the screen. She looked tired. Scared. But her eyes were fierce. Maya. If you're watching this, I'm already gone. I'm sorry for everything. For the money, for disappearing, for dragging you into this mess. Lisa's voice cracked. James and I found something bad. Really bad. People are going to die if this information gets out. But more people die if it stays hidden. We had to choose. The video cut to James. Same tired eyes as Kai. Same determined expression. Kai. I know you hate me. I earned that. But I need you to trust me one last time. The password is split in 2. Each half is hidden in a memory only you and Maya would know. Something our siblings told us. Something personal. Lisa came back on screen. Maya, remember the night I came home drunk junior year? The thing I told you I'd never tell anyone else? That's your half. James looked directly at the camera. Kai, remember Dad's 60th birthday? The real reason I left early? You're the only one who knows. That's your half. The video ended. Maya and Kai stared at each other. Do you remember? Maya asked. Yeah. Kai's face was unreadable. Do you? Yeah. Neither moved. We have to share them. Maya said. To combine the password. I know. More silence. Then Kai spoke, voice barely above a whisper. My father hit my mother. For years. I found out at his birthday party. Walked in on it happening. James followed me when I ran out. He was the only one who knew why I really left. Why I moved to London. His hands clenched into fists. The memory he's talking about. The password half. It's the date. The date I saw it happen and did nothing to stop it. The confession hung in the air like broken glass. Maya's throat tightened. Lisa got pregnant when she was 19. She never told anyone who the father was. Made me promise never to ask. The night she came home drunk, she told me she had an abortion. Alone. Because she was terrified of being trapped. Tears slipped down Maya's face. The password half is the date she wrote in my journal when I wasn't looking. The day she chose herself over everything else. Kai pulled out his phone with shaking hands. November 8, 2019. March 14, 2021. They typed the dates into a password generator app. Rearranged them. Added them. Tried every combination. Nothing worked. We're missing something. Maya paced her small apartment. They wouldn't make it this hard. Kai stared at the dates. Then his eyes widened. It's not the dates. It's what they mean. The choices we made. The secrets we kept. I don't understand. Lisa chose herself. I chose to leave. What if the password isn't the dates, it's the choices? He grabbed Maya's laptop from her desk. Lisa chose freedom. I chose distance. What if that's literal? Maya's brain kicked into gear. Freedom. Distance. Free. Far. Freedom distance? No, that's too obvious. Not the words. The concept. Kai typed rapidly. In encryption, freedom and distance could mean removing constraints and creating space. What if the password is about breaking patterns? They work together, throwing out ideas. Testing combinations. The timer on Victoria's tablet counting down in both their minds. 38 hours left. Maya's phone rang. Unknown number. She answered on speaker. Hello, Maya. Victoria's voice purred through the speaker. Just checking in. Has your mother had her medication today? The nurse seems to have forgotten. How careless. The line went dead. Maya's hands shook so badly she dropped the phone. We're running out of time. Kai said. I know. If we don't figure this out by morning, your mother dies. I know. Maya screamed. Then quieter, broken, I know. Kai stood up, crossing to her. His hands found her shoulders. Steadying her. We'll figure this out. I promise. Maya looked up at him. Saw the determination in his eyes. The guilt. The grief. The desperate need to save something when he couldn't save his brother. And she made a choice. I need to tell you something. Her voice shook. The video. The one of Lisa and James. I recognized the parking garage. I've been there before. Kai's hands dropped. What? 6 months ago. Lisa called me. Asked me to pick her up from that exact location. She was scared. Said someone was following her. I went to get her but she was already gone when I arrived. Maya's tears fell freely now. I never told anyone. She made me promise. Said it would put me in danger. Maya. I knew she was in trouble and I did nothing. I let her disappear. I let her die because I was too scared to ask questions. The confession shattered something between them. Kai pulled her close, and Maya broke. Sobbed into his expensive shirt while he held her like she was something precious. Something worth saving. It's not your fault. He whispered into her hair. Yes it is. Then we're both guilty. His voice cracked. And we're both going to make this right. Maya's laptop pinged. An email notification. They pulled apart. Kai reached for the computer. The email was from James's account. Also delayed delivery. Also sent 4 days ago. But this one had an attachment. A single sentence. The password is the truth we were too afraid to tell each other. The reason we fell in love. Maya's breath caught. Kai went very still. They were in love. Maya whispered. Lisa and James. Really in love. The password isn't about dates or choices. Kai's voice was hollow. It's about what they felt. What they wanted to say but never did. They stared at the screen. At the cursor blinking. Waiting. And then Maya saw it. In the corner of the attachment. Metadata. A location tag embedded in the file. Kai. Look. The coordinates pointed to a place 15 minutes away. An abandoned warehouse in the industrial district. They left something there. Something more than just the password. Kai grabbed his coat. Then we go. Now. They took Maya's Honda, driving through empty streets. The warehouse loomed ahead, dark windows like dead eyes. The building smelled like rust and abandonment. Their footsteps echoed as they pushed through a broken side door. Inside, the space was vast. Empty except for old machinery and years of dust. Maya's phone flashlight cut through darkness. There. Kai pointed. A laptop. Sitting on a makeshift desk in the corner. Still plugged in. Still on. They approached slowly. The screen glowed with a password prompt. And beneath the laptop, a note in Lisa's handwriting. To whoever finds this, the password is the first thing James said to me that made me believe in second chances. The first thing I said back that made him believe in himself. We're sorry for the mess we've left behind. We're sorry we couldn't be braver. The truth is worth dying for. Please make sure it matters. Maya's hands shook as she picked up the note. What did Lisa believe in? Kai asked softly. What would make her trust someone? Maya closed her eyes. Remembered her sister. Wild and broken and brilliant. Tomorrow. She always talked about tomorrow like it was a promise. James was the same. Kai's voice was rough. Always said we could fix things tomorrow. Start over tomorrow. They looked at each other. Tomorrow. Maya typed. The screen rejected it. Better tomorrows? New start? Nothing worked. Kai paced. Then stopped. Wait. The note said what James said to her. And what she said back. 2 parts. Like the dates. Understanding crashed over Maya. It's both our words. Together. What would James say to make someone believe in second chances? Maya thought about her sister. About the scared girl who'd had an abortion alone. Who'd spent years running from commitment. He'd tell her she deserved to start over. That her past didn't define her future. Lisa would tell him he was stronger than he thought. That he could choose differently than our father did. They typed together, tomorrow can be different. The laptop screen flickered. Access granted. Files opened. Thousands of documents. Bank records. Encrypted communications. Evidence of decades of criminal activity. And one final video file. Maya clicked it. Lisa and James appeared on screen. Together. Holding hands. If you found this, we're probably dead. Lisa said. Her voice steady. But the truth isn't. Release these files. Make them mean something. James looked directly at the camera. Kai. Maya. I'm sorry we dragged you into this. But you're the only ones we trust. The only ones brave enough to finish what we started. Lisa squeezed his hand. We love you. Both of you. Take care of each other. The video ended. Maya and Kai stood in the silence. Then footsteps. Behind them. All around them. Lights blazed on. Blinding. Victoria stood at the warehouse entrance. But she wasn't alone. 20 armed men surrounded them. Guns raised. Well done. Victoria clapped slowly. You found it faster than I expected. Now step away from the laptop. Maya's heart stopped. Kai stepped in front of her. Protective. Stupid. You said 48 hours. I lied. Victoria smiled. The password was always a test. To see if you'd lead us here. To the master file. The one copy we couldn't find. Thank you for your service. Maya's world crashed down. They'd been played. Victoria walked forward, hand extended for the laptop. And Kai made a choice. He grabbed the laptop and ran. Gunfire erupted. Bullets sparked off concrete walls as Kai sprinted deeper into the warehouse. Maya screamed his name, but he was already gone, swallowed by shadows and machinery. Victoria's men moved fast. Splitting up. Hunting. Maya ducked behind a steel support beam, heart hammering so hard she thought her ribs might crack. She could hear them. Heavy boots on concrete. Radio chatter. The click of weapons being reloaded. Her phone buzzed. Text from Kai, loading the files to a cloud server. Keep them distracted. 2 minutes. Maya wanted to scream. 2 minutes might as well be 2 years. She grabbed a piece of rusted metal pipe from the ground. Useless against guns, but her hands needed something to hold. Footsteps approached her hiding spot. Getting closer. Maya held her breath. A man rounded the corner. Tactical gear, rifle raised. He saw her the same moment she swung the pipe. It connected with his knee. He went down hard, cursing. Maya ran before he could recover, adrenaline overriding terror. The warehouse was a maze. She dodged through gaps between old machinery, sliding under conveyor belts, her cargo pants catching on metal edges. Behind her, shouts. More footsteps. They were closing in. Maya's lungs burned. She burst through a side door into a smaller room. Empty except for broken windows and years of graffiti on the walls. Dead end. No, no, no. She spun, looking for another exit. Nothing. The door exploded inward. Victoria walked through, flanked by 2 guards. Her suit was still immaculate. Her expression amused. You have spirit. I respect that. She gestured to the guards. Bring her. They grabbed Maya's arms. She fought, kicking and thrashing, but they were too strong. They dragged her back through the warehouse to where Kai stood, the laptop open in front of him, progress bar at 87%. His eyes met Maya's across the space. Something passed between them. Apology. Understanding. Resignation. Let her go. Kai said quietly. Give me the laptop and I will. The files are uploading. In 90 seconds, every journalist in the country gets a copy. You can't stop it. Victoria's smile vanished. Then I'll kill you both and everyone you've ever loved. Starting with Maya's mother. Do it. Kai's voice was steel. The files still release. You still lose. You've already lost. The progress bar hit 95%. Victoria pulled a gun from her jacket. Aimed it at Maya's head. Stop the upload or I put a bullet in her brain. Kai's hands hovered over the keyboard. Maya saw the calculation in his eyes. The impossible choice. Save the files or save her. Don't you dare. Maya said. Her voice steady despite the gun pressed to her temple. Don't you dare stop that upload. Maya. Your brother died for this. My sister died for this. Don't let them die for nothing. 98%. Kai's finger moved toward the keyboard. And Maya made her choice. She twisted hard, breaking the guard's grip. Grabbed for Victoria's gun. They struggled, hands tangled, the weapon between them. The gun went off. Pain exploded through Maya's side. Hot and spreading. She stumbled back, hand pressing against the wound. Blood seeped through her fingers, dark against her black turtleneck. Maya. Kai's scream tore through the warehouse. 100%. Upload complete. The laptop pinged. Files sent. Irreversible. Maya hit the ground. Cold concrete against her back. The ceiling spun above her. Kai was there instantly, hands pressing against her wound. His face was white. Terrified. No. No, no, no. Stay with me. Maya, stay with me. Did it work? Her voice sounded far away. The files? Yes. They're out. Everyone will know. Maya smiled. It hurt. Good. Victoria stood frozen. Her phone was already ringing. Probably people demanding to know what happened. How the files got released. The empire crumbling in real time. You stupid girl. Victoria's voice shook with rage. You have no idea what you've done. Yeah, I do. Maya coughed. Tasted copper. I saved everyone you would have killed. I finished what my sister started. Sirens wailed in the distance. Getting closer. Victoria's men looked at each other. Then at her. The loyalty cracking. We need to leave. One of them said. Now. Victoria's perfect control shattered. She raised the gun again, aiming at Kai. If I'm going down, you're coming with me. Maya tried to move. Tried to protect him. But her body wouldn't respond. Kai didn't flinch. Do it. I deserve it anyway. Kai, no. Maya gasped. I hung up on my brother. I let him die alone. I've spent my whole life protecting a family business built on blood money. His voice broke. If this is how I pay for it, fine. The gun shook in Victoria's hand. The sirens got louder. Victoria lowered the weapon. You're not worth the bullet. She ran. Her men followed, disappearing into the darkness of the warehouse. Kai pulled off his coat, pressing it harder against Maya's wound. The ambulance is coming. Hold on. Just hold on. I'm cold. I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Maya's hand found his. Slick with her blood but warm. Alive. Tell me about London. She whispered. Distract me. It's gray. Always gray. The buildings are old and beautiful and I hate every one of them because I went there to run away. Kai's voice cracked. I ran away from my family, from my responsibilities, from everything. And my brother stayed. He stayed and tried to fix things while I hid. You're not hiding now. Too late. Not for me. Maya squeezed his hand. You saved me. You could have run when Victoria showed up. Could have taken the laptop and left me. But you stayed. Of course I stayed. Why? Kai looked at her. Really looked. His green eyes red-rimmed with tears. Because somewhere between the gallery and this godforsaken warehouse, you became the only thing that mattered. Maya's breath caught. Not from pain. From something else. Something that bloomed in her chest despite the bleeding. That's really inconvenient timing. She tried to smile. Yeah. Kai's thumb brushed across her knuckles. Really inconvenient. Blue and red lights flooded through broken windows. Paramedics burst through the door, followed by police. Everything became chaos. Voices shouting medical terms. Hands pulling Kai away from her. A stretcher appearing. Don't leave me. Maya grabbed his shirt. Never. Kai kissed her forehead. Quick. Desperate. I'm right behind you. I promise. They loaded her into the ambulance. Through the back windows, Maya watched Kai talking to police. His hands gesturing. Explaining. The laptop visible on a nearby table, evidence now. The doors closed. The ambulance pulled away. Maya's vision blurred. The paramedic was talking but the words turned to static. She tried to focus on something, anything. The four being inserted. The oxygen mask over her face. The rhythmic beeping of machines. Her phone buzzed in her pocket. The paramedic pulled it out. You have a message. The paramedic said gently. From someone named Lisa. Maya's heart stopped. That's impossible. She's dead. It's a delayed email. Sent months ago. Just delivered now. The paramedic held the phone where Maya could see it. Another video. Lisa's face filled the small screen. "Hey little sister. If you're watching this, I'm gone. And you're probably angry. You have every right to be." Lisa wiped tears from her eyes. "I need you to know something. Everything I did to protect you. The people we're exposing, they would have come after you too if they knew you existed. So I made sure nobody knew we were sisters. I changed my last name, cut contact, pushed you away. It killed me. But it kept you safe." Maya's tears fell silently. "I know you think I chose James over you. Over Mom. Over our life. But I chose the truth. I chose to make things right for everyone those monsters destroyed." Lisa's voice strengthened. "You taught me that, Maya. You taught me that running doesn't solve anything. That sometimes you have to stand and fight even when you're terrified. So I stood. And I fought. And maybe I lost. But at least I tried." The video flickered. Lisa leaned closer to the camera. "There's someone helping me. James's brother. He doesn't know it yet, but he's good. Really good. Under all that guilt and anger, he's someone worth knowing. Worth trusting. If you ever meet him, give him a chance. He needs it as much as you do." Lisa smiled. Sad but genuine. "I love you, Maya Chen. I'm sorry I couldn't say it enough when I had the chance. Take care of yourself. Take care of him. And finish this fight. Make them pay for what they've done." The video ended. The ambulance hit a bump. Pain seared through Maya's side. But she barely felt it. Lisa knew. Somehow, months ago, Lisa knew that Maya and Kai would end up together. Would need each other. The paramedic was talking again. Something about blood pressure. Surgery. Maya didn't care. She thought about Kai's hands on her wound. His voice telling her to hold on. The way he'd stayed when any sane person would have run. The way he'd looked at her like she was worth saving. Her phone buzzed again. This time a text from Kai, at the hospital. "Waiting for you. Don't you dare die before I can apologize for getting you shot." Maya smiled despite everything. The ambulance pulled up to the emergency entrance. Doors opened. Bright lights. More hands. A doctor's face above her. Gunshot wound to the abdomen. BP dropping. "We need to move now." They wheeled her inside at a run. Ceiling tiles blurred above. Someone was asking her questions but Maya couldn't focus. They burst through operating room doors. "Count backward from 10. A voice said. 10. Maya whispered. 9. 8. The world went dark. Hours later, she woke to beeping machines and antiseptic smell. Her side was bandaged. An 4 ran into her arm. The hospital room was dim, early morning light filtering through blinds. Kai sat in a chair beside her bed. Still wearing his blood-stained white shirt. Eyes closed. Head tilted back. Completely exhausted. Maya's movement must have alerted him because his eyes snapped open. "You're awake." He was on his feet instantly. "How do you feel?" "Like I got shot." "Fair." He sat on the edge of her bed, careful not to jostle her. "The doctor says you'll be fine. The bullet missed anything vital. You got lucky." "Don't feel lucky." "I know." Kai's hand found hers. Warm. Steady. "I'm sorry. For all of it. For dragging you into this mess. For getting you hurt. For..." "Stop." Maya interrupted. "I made my choices. I don't regret them. You should. But I don't. She looked at him. At the guilt etched into every line of his face. What happened? After they took me away? The files hit the news. Every major outlet picked it up. Victoria and 15 others were arrested within hours. The FBI is building cases. It's over. And your family? Kai's expression darkened. My father's under investigation. The company is being dismantled. Everything I built my life around is gone. He paused. I don't care. I should, but I don't. All I cared about was whether you'd wake up. Maya's throat tightened. Kai. I meant what I said. In the warehouse. You matter. More than anything. We barely know each other. I know you'd take a bullet to protect what's right. I know you're brave and stubborn and you make terrible coffee. His thumb brushed her knuckles. I know I want to know everything else. Maya's heart did something complicated. This is crazy. We met 12 hours ago because someone tried to frame us for murder. I know. Our siblings are dead because of my stubbornness and your family's crimes. I know. We're a disaster. I know. Kai leaned closer. But we're alive. And we finished what they started. And somewhere between the gallery and almost dying, I think I fell for you. Maya's breath caught. That's really inconvenient. She whispered. You said that already. Still true. Kai smiled. Actually smiled. So what do we do about it? Maya thought about Lisa. About James. About the price they paid for telling the truth. About second chances and tomorrow and choices that couldn't be undone. We try. She said finally. We mess it up probably. We fight and deal with trauma and figure out who we are without our siblings. But we try. I can do that. Good. Maya pulled him closer. Now kiss me before I change my mind. Kai kissed her. Gentle and desperate and full of everything they couldn't say. Maya's hand tangled in his hair, pulling him deeper, tasting his fear and relief and something that felt like hope. When they broke apart, both breathing hard, Kai rested his forehead against hers. We should probably talk about the fact that the FBI wants to interview us. Later. And your mother. She's been calling non-stop. Later. And I need to book a flight back to London to pack up my life. Maya pulled back to look at him. You're leaving? Not permanently. Kai said quickly. I need to close things out there. Say goodbye. But then I'm coming back. If you want me to. I want you to. Yeah. Yeah. Maya smiled. Someone needs to teach you how to make decent coffee. Kai laughed. The sound filled the hospital room, chasing away some of the darkness. Outside, the sun rose over the city. A new day. A different tomorrow. And for the first time in months, Maya let herself believe in it. 6 months later. Maya wiped down the espresso machine at her new coffee shop. Not a gallery anymore. Something entirely hers. The space was small, tucked between a vintage bookstore and a plant nursery in a neighborhood that still felt like home. Exposed brick walls covered in local artists' work. Mismatched furniture that she'd collected from thrift stores. String lights casting warm glows across worn wooden tables. She wore black jeans and a forest green sweater, hair up in a messy bun. The silver ring still decorated her fingers. But now a new one joined them. Simple band on her right hand. Engraved with a date, the night everything changed. The door chimed. Maya looked up. Kai walked in, carrying cardboard boxes. He'd traded his expensive suits for dark jeans and a gray Henley. The Rolex was gone, replaced with something simpler. But the exhaustion in his eyes had finally faded, replaced by something that looked like peace. Last delivery. He set the boxes down. Your new pottery shipment. The artist said to tell you she's grateful for the opportunity. Maya smiled. She'd been featuring work from struggling artists. Giving them space to sell. Giving them what nobody gave her. Thanks. How was the meeting? Kai had been testifying. 4 months. Helping prosecutors build cases against everyone involved in his family's crimes. It was destroying what was left of the Morrison name. He didn't seem to care. Long brutal. But it's done. My father's going to prison. He said it flatly. No emotion. Maya came around the counter, wrapping her arms around him. Kai buried his face in her neck, breathing her in. I'm okay. He mumbled against her skin. You don't have to be. They stood like that. The coffee shop quiet around them. Outside, the city moved on. People lived their lives, unaware of the battle that had been fought. The secrets that had been exposed. The empire that had crumbled. The news had been wild for weeks. Arrests. Trials. Scandal after scandal as the files revealed decades of corruption. Maya and Kai had given statements, testified, watched justice happen in slow motion. Lisa and James had become symbols. Whistleblowers who'd paid the ultimate price. Their story was everywhere. Movies were being made. Books written. But in this coffee shop, they were just Maya's sister and Kai's brother. People they'd loved and lost and would never stop missing. Your mom called. Kai said, pulling back. She wants us to come for dinner Sunday. Maya's mother had recovered. The nursing home had upgraded security. Maya visited 3 times a week now. Brought her mother pastries from the shop. Told her about Kai. About the life she was building. Her mother approved. Said Kai had kind eyes. Said anyone who'd risk his life for Maya was worth keeping. Tell her we'll be there. Maya said. The door chimed again. A customer. Then another. The afternoon rush beginning. Maya moved behind the counter, pulling shots of espresso with practiced ease. Kai helped without being asked. He'd learned the rhythms of the shop. Knew how she took her coffee. Knew when she needed space and when she needed someone to stand beside her. Between customers, their hands would brush. Small touches that meant everything. During a lull, Maya's phone buzzed. Email notification. She opened it. Then froze. What's wrong? Kai noticed immediately. It's from the journalist. The one who broke the story about the files. She wants to interview us. For a documentary. Do you want to do it? Maya thought about Lisa. About the video message. About finishing the fight. Yeah. I think I do. If you're with me. Always. That night, they walked back to Maya's apartment. Kai had officially moved in 2 months ago. His London life packed away. His future here. With her. The apartment looked different now. Bigger somehow, even though it was the same small studio. Kai's books on the shelves next to Maya's. His coat hanging by the door next to hers. 2 toothbrushes in the bathroom. 2 coffee mugs in the sink. Small things that meant forever. They ate takeout on the couch. Maya's head on Kai's shoulder. Some cooking show playing on the laptop neither of them was watching. I got an offer today. Kai said quietly. Consulting job. Helping companies clean up their financial practices. Make sure they're not doing what my family did. That's good. Right? It's in Boston. I'd have to travel sometimes. But I could do most of it remote. Maya sat up, looking at him. You're asking permission? I'm asking if you're okay with it. With me taking a job that uses my family's name. Even after everything. Maya cupped his face. You're not your father. You're not your family's legacy. You're Kai. The guy who helped me expose corruption. Who stayed when it mattered. Who learned to make decent coffee even though you're still terrible at it. Hey, I'm getting better. You're really not. Maya kissed him. Soft. Sweet. Take the job. Help people. That's what James would have wanted. Something shifted in Kai's expression. The last bit of guilt finally releasing. I love you. He said it simply. Like breathing. I love you too. Maya settled back against him. Even though you leave your socks everywhere and you hog the blankets. I do not hog the blankets. You literally cocooned yourself last night. That's called being cold-blooded. I can't help my reptilian nature. Maya laughed. The sound filling the small apartment. Making it feel like home. Later, lying in bed, Maya couldn't sleep. She got up carefully, not wanting to wake Kai. Grabbed her laptop. Opened the folder she kept password protected. Videos of Lisa. Old ones from before everything happened. Lisa laughing. Lisa painting. Lisa being alive. Maya had watched them 1,000 times. They still hurt. But differently now. Less like open wounds. More like scars that proved she'd survived. Can't sleep? Kai's voice came from behind her. Maya jumped. I thought you were asleep. I know when you're not next to me. He sat beside her, seeing the video playing. Lisa's face frozen mid-laugh. How are you doing? Really? I miss her. Every day. But I'm okay. Better than okay. Maya closed the laptop. I have the shop. I have you. I have a life that means something. Lisa would be proud. She would be. They sat in comfortable silence. Outside, the city never slept. Sirens wailed. Cars passed. Life continued. Do you ever wonder what would have happened? Maya asked. If you hadn't come to the gallery that night? If I hadn't sat with you? All the time. Kai pulled her close. But then I remember. We were always supposed to find each other. Lisa and James made sure of it. They knew we'd need someone who understood. Someone who'd survived the same thing. You think they planned it? I think they hoped. And sometimes hope is enough. Maya thought about that. About hope and second chances and tomorrow becoming today. Her phone buzzed. Another delayed email. Her heart stopped. But this time it wasn't from Lisa. It was from James. Kai saw it too. They looked at each other. Then Maya opened it. James's face appeared in a video. Younger than in the other recordings. Happier. Kai. Maya. If you're watching this together, then everything worked out the way we hoped. James smiled. Lisa and I made a lot of plans. Most of them probably failed spectacularly. But this one? This one we got right. The video cut to Lisa, sitting beside James. Their hands intertwined. We knew you'd find each other. Lisa said. We knew you'd be perfect together because you're both too stubborn to quit and too broken to judge each other's damage. She laughed. We also knew you'd probably try to fight it. So consider this our official permission to be happy. To move on. To build something beautiful from the mess we left behind. James leaned into frame. Take care of her, Kai. She's braver than she knows. Take care of him, Maya. Lisa added. He's better than he believes. They spoke together, we love you. Live the life we couldn't. Make it count. The video ended. Maya and Kai sat in stunned silence. Then Maya started crying. Not sad tears. Something else. Something that felt like closure. Kai held her. His own tears falling into her hair. They knew. Maya whispered. They knew we'd need this. They knew everything. Outside, dawn broke. Pink and gold light filtering through the window. A new day starting. Maya wiped her tears. Looked at Kai. Saw her future in his eyes. Want to get breakfast? She asked. It's 5 in the morning. So? I own a coffee shop. I can make us something. Kai smiled. Best offer I've had all night. They got dressed. Walked through empty streets to the shop. Maya unlocked the door, flipped on the lights. The space glowed warm and welcoming. She made coffee. Real coffee, the way she'd finally taught Kai to appreciate. They sat at a table by the window, watching the city wake up. This is nice. Kai said. Yeah. Maya laced her fingers through his. It really is. A text came through. The journalist. Setting up interview times. Asking questions about the documentary. Maya answered. Then set her phone down. You ready for all this? Kai asked. Having our story told? Being in the spotlight again? Maya thought about it. About Lisa's message. About making it count. Yeah. I am. Because it's not just our story. It's theirs too. And people need to know. Need to understand what they sacrificed. What was worth dying for. Truth and justice and all that. Truth and justice and all that. Maya smiled. Plus, you look really good on camera. Very brooding and tortured. I do not brood. You absolutely brood. It's part of your charm. Kai laughed. Leaned across the table to kiss her. And in that moment, in a coffee shop that used to be a gallery, where a waitress had never worked but a barista had built a home, everything felt right. Not perfect. Maya still had nightmares. Kai still carried guilt. They both had therapy appointments and hard conversations ahead. But they had each other. And they had tomorrow. And sometimes, that was enough. The sun rose fully. Golden light flooding through windows. Customers would arrive soon. Life would continue. But for now, in this quiet moment, Maya and Kai sat together. Two broken people who'd found each other in the wreckage. Two survivors who'd chosen to build something new. Two hearts that had learned that sometimes the best love stories start with tragedy and end with hope. Maya raised her coffee cup. To Lisa and James. Kai clinked his cup against hers. To second chances. To tomorrow. They drank. The coffee was perfect. The morning was beautiful. And for the first time since everything had fallen apart, Maya believed that maybe, just maybe, everything would be okay. Because she wasn't alone anymore. Because she'd found someone who understood. Because love, real love, was worth fighting for. The documentary would tell their story. The world would know what happened. But this moment, right here, belonged only to them. Maya squeezed Kai's hand. He squeezed back. And outside, the city kept moving. People lived and loved and lost. The world turned. Time marched on. But in this coffee shop, time stood still. Just for a moment. Just long enough. The end.